What's up guys, Jack here, I'm at Tech Videos, and today I wanted to share with you some of the best accessories I've been using lately with my iPhone, from chargers to batteries, controllers and more. Links to everything will be in the description. Let me know if you use any of these as well, or if there's something that I've missed that you really think I should check out, then drop a comment below. First up, let's start with some cases. Now, I mentioned this before in my MagSafe video, but I just want to mention it again for anyone that missed it because I just think this thing looks so cool. This is the classic C1 by Spigen. It has this translucent retro iMac G3 look, and I just love all of the details that you can see inside the case as the light hits it. The edges are raised to protect the front glass and the rear cameras. It is MagSafe compatible with built-in magnets. And I just love this Bondi blue colour. It's that iconic colour that you think of when the iMac G3 comes to mind. I have also got the graphite version as well for a bit more of a neutral look. And there is also a ruby red version that really stands out as well. It's a fun case with a retro look, and it just offers something a bit different, a bit sort of, out there, and just not something that you normally get in an iPhone case. If you want a leather case that's, just a bit dressier, then I really like this, the 1-to-1 case from Grams28. The black snowflake leather gives it a more matte, rugged look. It also comes in jean blue, olive green, and this nice earthy tobacco brown if that's more your vibe. Again, it is MagSafe compatible with all-round protection with a lip around the front glass and rear cameras. And you probably noticed these numbers debossed into the back, and this is something that Grams28 do with all of their products. This code tells you the product category, the location of the tannery, and the type of leather that was used for this particular product. So pretty cool to have that like little identifier stamped in the back. And overall, I just love the sleek, elegant look of the case. It is very classy. And even better yet, you can use code JTKRGB20 to get 20% off on the Grams28 website. And who doesn't love a discount? I also just want to give a quick mention to this. This is their 131 Essential Pouch. Now, this is from their Tech Organiser collection, but these come with a strap, so they also double as wearable slings to keep your tech close by. I'll keep my phone in here to keep it safe, plus a couple of other accessories, which I will show you later in the video. Again, it is really well made from premium materials. This is made from full grain pebbled leather for a more traditional look, with that code debossed on the front for all of the manufacturing details. It has a 1 litre capacity to fit all of the daily essentials, but they also have 2 larger versions if you do want to carry more. And I will link to my video comparing all 3 in the description if you want to see their differences. Next up, and these are my power banks of choice, the MagGo 6.6K and the MagGo 10K, and those numbers reference their respective capacities. These are Anker's latest magnetic power banks, and now they come with support for Qi 2, and that means that they'll charge a MagSafe iPhone even faster than before, up to 15 watts, as every MagSafe iPhone now supports the Qi 2 standard. They come in slightly different form factors in both black or white. The 10K has a smart display on the side to tell you its remaining battery, and then when you've got something on charge, it'll tell you how long until the power bank depletes. And then when recharging the power bank, it tells you how long it'll take to reach 100%. The 6.6K has a more traditional set of LEDs for checking the battery level. It is also slightly bigger physically as it folds out into a stand like this, with the 10K having this kickstand on the back which pops out, which comes in really useful as you can use them to charge your phone while you're watching a film on a flight or on a train journey. And if you're at a desk, you can stick your phone in landscape and then it will go into standby mode with these big widgets that you can customize and swipe through. Check out my full video for all of the details on both, and I've also got some charging tests in there as well. But they're just great for those quick top-ups on the go, especially now with the faster 15-watt charging. The 10K, for example, took my 15 Pro Max from 1 to 20% in just 16 minutes. And it took just over an hour and 10 minutes to get it up to 50% with enough capacity for a full charge and then some. If you're fully into the Apple ecosystem like me, then check this out. This is a new 3-in-1 charger from Anker. It has a super compact design with a 15-watt Qi 2 charger on top for your iPhone, which folds out with another charger underneath for your AirPods. And then on the bottom, yeah, it doesn't stop there. There is a puck that folds out for charging your Apple Watch, and it can recharge all 3 all at once. This plugs into the wall. It is not a power bank like the ones that we were just looking at, but it does come with a USB-C cable and a 40-watt plug in the box. And this is the UK version, but they also have US and EU versions as well. My two favourite things about it are, firstly, the fast charging. This is as fast as Apple's own MagSafe charger, with the benefit of being able to recharge your AirPods and your Apple Watch at the same time. And I also just love it for its size. Folded up, it is just a little bit bigger than a deck of cards, so it is great for taking with you on trips or on holidays. Just like the MagGo power banks, this also works with standby mode. So when you've got your iPhone in landscape, you can use it to turn your iPhone into like a bedside clock, which is pretty neat. If you're just looking for like a standard plug, then this is the new Anker MagGo 100 watt charger. And yes, it's an Anker product, but I just think that they make the best chargers. The first thing I like about it are the folding prongs. The US, EU and UK versions all have prongs which fold into the body, which is great. It just makes it even more compact and making it less painful to stand on. If you've ever had the misfortune of treading on a UK plug, then yeah, you'll know that these things hurt. And the other thing I like about it is it just has a lot of power output for its size. This has 3 USB ports with 2 C ports and an A port, which can all be used at the same time, sharing 100 watts between them. For 2-port charging, using any two together, they will share 100 watts between them. And for single port charging, you'll get the full 100 watts from either C port or up to 22.5 watts from the A port. The iPhone only draws about 27 watts, so this charger is more than enough for that. And if Apple ever does increase the charging speed, well, this will be ready for it. But I also like that it is powerful enough to charge my iPad Pro at the same time, or just using it solely as a charger for my MacBook Pro when I'm away from home. If you noticed these fancy magnetic cables that I've been using, these are pretty cool. These are from Magtame, and I am pretty much all in on USB-C now, but they do make A cable versions and Lightning cable versions in different lengths if you are using an older iPhone. The O-Mag cables stick and stack on top of themselves like this, and their C-Mag cables spiral out and they lie flatter. So that makes them nice and compact for travel. They're braided, they feel nice and durable, and I just highly recommend them if you want to keep your cables tidy. Next up, if you like to play a lot of games on your iPhone, I've got a pretty cool controller to show you. This is the Backbone 1 controller, and it will work with any game on the App Store that also has controller support. And you have probably heard that we can now install emulators on the iPhone, and this controller will also work with those as well if you do want to play some retro games. It connects directly to your phone via Lightning or USB-C, meaning there's pretty much no latency as it's not using Bluetooth, there's no pairing needed. And that also means that there's no battery in this that you need to remember to recharge, as it's all powered through that connection to your phone, and this thing draws very little power itself. It does have a pass-through port though, so if you are running low, you can still charge your phone through that port on the controller. And it has a 3.5mm headphone jack if you want to use some wired headphones. You can choose between a controller with the standard A, B, X, Y buttons, but I went for the PlayStation edition, as you can also use this with the Remote Play app to stream and play your PS5 games on your phone, which is pretty sweet. This experience will depend on the speed of your home network, but for me, I rarely get any major hiccups or lag. I can pick this up for some casual gaming sessions when I want to do some exploring or find some collectibles, or just, be lazy and lie in bed. Now, the buttons are a little bit smaller than what you'll be used to from the DualSense controller, and this doesn't have any adaptive triggers or haptic feedback, but instead you get a much slimmer profile for remote play or playing iOS games on the go. There's a couple of things that I like to use that fall into the sort of photography and video category, like this SD card reader from UGREEN. I recently bought the Fujifilm X100VI. This camera is insanely popular at the moment. It is pretty much sold out everywhere. And one of the reasons for that is the built-in film simulations that it applies to your photos as you take them. Kind of taking out the need to edit your photos later on. You can just shoot with the look that you want, and then those photos are ready to share on Instagram or wherever right away. You can wirelessly transfer them to your phone using the Fuji app, but honestly, it takes ages and it doesn't even transfer RAW files if you are shooting RAW. So now that the iPhone 15s have USB-C, I picked up this SD card reader from UGREEN. This will transfer both the RAW and the JPEG files straight into the Photos or the Files app. It has both an SD and micro SD slot. It supports up to UHS 2 speed, so it will transfer up to 312 megabits per second. The Fuji actually takes slower UHS 1 cards, but I've been out shooting for like a whole day with the camera and it's transferred like a good 100 or so photos in just a few minutes. It really doesn't take long at all. And it's just so much quicker than doing it wirelessly using the app. This has a braided USB-C cable and an aluminium casing, which feels nice and strong. This is going to take a beating if it is, rattling around inside your bag. And it is nice and thin and easy to slip into a tech organizer or sling. This next one is really good for content creation. Check this out. This is a lightweight portable tripod by FREEWELL, and it also has a pretty cool trick for your phone. It weighs just less than a kilogram or 2 pounds, and it's just 43 centimeters long when it's folded up. You can stick it in a tripod compartment in a bag or in the included carry case. It's constructed from carbon fiber and aluminium with these twist locked legs so you can quickly deploy it and make adjustments. But check this out. This works with both cameras and your phone. The quick release plate folds out into a clamp so you can mount your phone. There's no extra accessories needed and no need to remember to bring a dedicated phone clamp. The fluid head is very stable and smooth for panning and tilt movements. You can adjust the tilt and pan drag by using the screws or twisting the handle. You can even loosen the ball head to quickly switch into vertical shooting on the fly with your camera or phone. There's also a hook underneath to add some extra weight on a windy day. You can unscrew one of the legs and use it as a monopod. There are 3 1/4" 20 threaded holes for mounting extra gear, and it has a little AirPod compartment fixed to the tripod so you can always keep track of it. And this isn't coming off unless someone happens to be carrying a bunch of Allen keys. Despite its small size and weight, it is just packed with features, and it's a great option if you need a lightweight tripod to use with your phone for content creation. So those have been some of my favourite accessories that I've been using with my iPhone recently. Links to everything will be in the description. If there's an accessory that I've missed that you think I should check out next, then let me know in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe and hit the bell to see more tech videos from me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.